Women Innovators. Interviews with women with big messages and big missions, sharing their stories to inspire you to live your passion and step up to make the world a better place. Here's your host, Tami Patzer.
Hi, this is Tami Patzer, and I'm really excited to introduce today's international best-selling author, Sarah Matthaei. She is a certified public speaker and transformational coach. She helps women to become healthy and wealthy. She's the founder of The Soul Changer. She wrote the book, The Goddess Guide to Healthy Eating, a book concentrating on quick tips to lose weight and keep healthy no matter where you are. She worked for many years helping women to lose weight, and she went through her own health transformation. She is sharing her expert tips with us today and in The Goddess Guide to Healthy Eating. Welcome, Sarah.
Hi, Tami. How are you?
I'm really good. I'm really excited about your book because I had the privilege of having a little insider information about it, and I really think that the expert tips that you bring to the table are things that many people don't think about because everybody's always worried about a diet. So can you tell me a little bit more about your book and why it's so different?
Well, one of the points that I concentrated on, that millions of women every day are bombarded with the media idea of the perfect body. And I consulted many women that wanted to lose weight and they wanted to look perfect, and they were not concentrated on being healthy. So my main concept of the book is you can eat actually anything, anywhere you are, and you don't need to deprive yourself, but be mindful of your health. So that is the reason why I wrote the book.
That really makes a lot of sense because you're right. People are always like looking at other people and thinking that no matter if they're, too fat, too thin, they're just not what other people are. So people have this really distorted self-image. What do you think are the real issues that real women face besides the idea that they have this misperception of what a healthy body looks like?
Well, one of the many things they face is that they want to be in control of their eating habits, and they need somebody on their side. And the main thing is developing those healthy incentives, those healthy habits that will say, I need to take care of myself. We have the monkey chatter that all the time is telling us, especially women, that we're not good enough. Despite of everything that we do that is great, we always feel that we're not good enough.
So what would you suggest?
There are many diet books out there that they tell you to deprive yourself, or if you stop eating this, or if you only eat that. And the other problem is that people are traveling, and sometimes they forget to pack their lunch, and they only have fast food around. It's all around us. One of the great things is that now even the fast food restaurants are conscious of more healthy food. So one thing to really help us is that it's okay to be ourselves, and it's okay to appreciate our bodies, and we don't need to deprive ourselves. We just need to take care of ourselves.
So there's a lot of different ideas about that, and I'm glad that you brought up fast food and the fact that many people travel. For example, I am someone who does travel a lot, and I'll find myself in an airport, and maybe my choice is, Popeye's chicken or tacos or Chinese food or Burger King. And then, of course, now they have all these little pop-up stores at airports. So can you give me a few ideas of what I might eat if I'm, say, at an airport and I'm traveling and I don't have any food with me?
Okay, one of the main things is, remember, protein is what makes our bodies run and it's what makes us feel full. So very, very important that we strive on protein rather than being fried, as for a grill. Most restaurants and most places have, if we eat any kind of meat, they cook it also grilled. Another form of protein will be like hard-boiled eggs or, scrambled eggs only with egg white. Things like that. Try to stay away from, and I know everybody has heard this, the carbs. But it's not just all carbs that are bad, because not all carbs are bad, but I'm talking about carbs like rolls and things like that. The delicious things that we think.
Donuts. Cookies.
But if you eat a roll, it's okay. It's not going to be like it's going to throw out the whole health and diet away. Just be mindful of that. Be mindful that you ate that raw and just don't go eating rolls, galore, like a dozen rolls in one sitting.
That makes a lot of sense, because I think that you just hit the nail on the head. A lot of people, they'll go, oh my God, I ate that cookie. Now I've wrecked my entire diet, and so I might as well just go ahead and eat the entire box.
Exactly. And it goes back to we keep beating ourselves up, saying, it's like, I'm not good enough. Now I ate that cookie. Let me finish the box because I'm not going to go ahead with this diet. I'm not going to lose those extra 5 pounds that I want to lose, or those extra 10 pounds. And we just keep doing that, and we keep punishing ourselves until finally, yes, we will become very unhealthy and sick. So most people, they think they should stop eating to lose weight, but that's not the method that we should be using.
Actually, you have to eat to lose weight, right?
Yes, we need to eat to lose weight. And you don't need extreme workouts either. So I know that I'm throwing another wrench here into the equation, but it's nice to keep moving, and you don't need to work out for an hour every day to get the right body or the right health or anything like that. Let's say you could work half an hour a day into your daily routine. And it could be, let's say, half an hour walking, and you do it at 10-minute increments, or half an hour dancing, and you could do it at 5-minute increments throughout the day. Therefore,
go ahead. Oh, I was just thinking about moving, just any type of movement, where you might walk or dance or, wiggle your foot even could be useful.
Yes, it is very useful, and half an hour a day will be ideal. And it doesn't have to be 1 hour, half an hour in one chunk. It could be 5-minute, 10-minute increments throughout the day. Just a conscious movement, like dancing, jumping, running, walking. No washing the dishes, because that's not going to do it. It's nice, but it's not going to do anything really for your body, maybe your hands.
Mm-hmm. So being mindful sounds like that's a very important thing. And number 2, don't starve yourself. And number 3, move, because obviously we have to do something. And that's one of the things that I know for me, I'm behind my computer way too much. And sometimes I literally have to say, get up off the chair now, because I can feel it in my body, all that tension. And of course, when you sit a lot, you don't breathe. So when you're talking with people about weight, and again, the word diet, what language should we actually be using when we are wanting to lose weight? And some of us, it's not about 5 or 10 pounds. It's more like, hey man, 50 pounds. What if I need to lose a big chunk of weight, like 50 pounds, and that's a true for many people. How should I perceive that? Because obviously I'm not going to lose all that weight in a very short period of time. How should I be looking at that type of weight loss?
Right. Okay. There is no easy answer to that because everyone is different. And that's why my plans adapt to different ways of life. Not only everyone is different, but they live differently and they do different things. And the first thing that when I start working with a person, it's finding out what are the inner voices, because we need to learn to start by heeding criticism. So that criticism that we grew up with, we have inside of us. So that would be the first thing we need to work on. The second thing, we need to dream and give ourselves permission to make a goal of what we want to lose and be realistic that you're not going to lose 50 pounds in 3 months. Ideally, if you apply the basic plan that I have in the book, you will be losing around 2 pounds per week, and that's healthy. The reason why that's healthy is because it gives you permission to eat what you want to eat and learn ways of how you start curbing the undesirable food, the food that you don't need in your body. Therefore, if you need to lose 50 pounds, then there'll be a more adaptable plan to your specific situation. And if you're sitting, for example, in front of a computer all day, you have to understand that, yes, like you do, you get up, and you make a mindful decision that you need to move. And that is very important. Also, once you start, thinking of a higher weight loss, there are a lot of things that you need to curb, like, for example, sodas. Diet sodas are not going to help you lose weight. Bread, sugars, that kind of stuff, you have to start really cutting them down. I'm not saying stopping them, because you have to adapt the plan slowly in order to keep the weight off and to keep losing weight and to start getting healthy.
Wow. I was just thinking about that, because a lot of times people say, okay, you cannot have bread. And people like, oh my God, I have to have my bread, or the potatoes or the rice. And to me, I actually am more of a meat and vegetable fruit person, except my downfall, of course, is donuts and pastries. So it's not like I'm not, attracted to high-fat carbohydrates, but I know that idea of being deprived is probably the downfall of many people. And I really like the idea, what you're saying is you don't have to not eat something you like your bread or your rolls. You can eat those, but you really do need to be mindful of that. The word mindful, how do you define mindful?
Okay, mindful is when you start first that when you're going to eat, just make sure you sit down and look at your food. Most of the time, we don't look at our food. We just gobble it down. I am many times, if I'm in a hurry, I'll do that. I have to stop myself and just look at the food that I'm going to eat. Yes, we should sit down and look at it. And when you put that piece of food in your mouth, start chewing it slowly. Feel the taste of it. Do at least 10 chews at the beginning so you can feel the juices, because that's part of the digestion. See, people don't realize that when we're chewing, we're digesting. We're starting the digestion process. Therefore, if we're not mindful of what we're eating, if we don't realize what we're eating, then that's how we swallow food. We don't chew it. We don't digest it. It's being conscious of what we're eating. Think when you're chewing where that vegetable came from. Think of sometimes, how it tastes, why it tastes so good. I eat a lot of organic vegetables, and one of the things that I like is when I'm eating them, I think of, you can taste the goodness where it was grown. If I'm in a hurry to eat it and I swallow it, I won't be able to feel that taste. That is why a lot of people many times also get heartburn, because they don't chew the food enough. So being mindful is it's celebrating what you're eating and what you're putting into your body. Feeling those juices, chewing enough, being able to relax, even if it takes 5, 10, 15 minutes to eat that food.
I think that's really interesting because so many people, we're so rushed, so there is that time constraint. Do you have any tips on how to remain mindful when you are time constrained? Like is there something that you can do, or the types of food that you could eat that would be useful?
One of the things that if you're time constrained, one good thing is I plan, because I am time constrained most of the time. So one of the things I do at night when I get home, I plan my day the next day. And a lot of people, they have gotten away from this. Pack your lunch, pack your snacks for the next day. Pack healthy food, pack nuts, pack the hard-boiled egg, pack some string cheese. Pack what you want to eat the next day. So when you're going to eat, you have to stop, because you have to stop when you go into a fast food restaurant to order your food, don't you?
Yes.
Okay, so you need to take that time. So you're going to be mindful of what you're ordering. So you know very well that fried foods are not good for you. But, okay, if you have fried food today, that doesn't mean you need to have fried food throughout the rest of the day or the rest of the week. You shouldn't have the fried food because, first of all, in those places they use the lowest quality oils and the lowest quality ingredients there are. I point that out in my book. And I also list foods that you could order at these places. So take 5 minutes, let's say, and sit down and look at your food and chew it, and feel those juices and everything, because you have to take the time to sit down and eat. So carve out time during your day where you're going to have your meals. If you pack your snacks in between meals, you can have, your almonds. You can have your string cheese, your hard-boiled egg, and just feel that, because you have to stop. You cannot be talking to people and eating, right?
Right.
Okay, so you need to make time for yourself, and that's part of, us taking care of us. We take care of everyone else, so why shouldn't we take care of ourselves?
I think I like that way that you say that, yeah, we need to take care of ourselves because we are taking care of all these other people. I wanted to ask you about the title of your book, The Goddess Guide to Healthy Eating. Tell me more. Why did you call it The Goddess Guide to Healthy Eating?
Okay, the goddess, because first of all, Mother Earth produces most of what we need to eat. And we, as women, we're goddesses. We take care of other people. So once we start looking at ourselves from that point of view, we not only have children, we work outside the home, we take care of someone else, we take care of a lot of people, we take care of a lot of things. So we are goddesses in our own right. We just don't realize, we sometimes our womanhood goes in the back burner. So when I put the word goddess, it's like to make you mindful, again, here's the word, that you are somebody important. You are a woman. You are a goddess that should take care of yourself. So therefore, it's important that you keep this word in mind because we do a lot of stuff. We are extraordinary human beings. Are you there?
That's so interesting because I think that if women actually realize the power that they actually have and how strong we are, we would embrace the fact that, the goddess mentality that we need to, put good food into our bodies and exercise and just be, like you said, mindful. So what are some of the biggest issues facing women that you've outlined in your book? If when people get your book, what can they expect? How to use it? How is it designed?
It's designed. I try to address all the problems that we grow up with that I have heard throughout the years. One of them is to heed criticism. That is the first issue I address. Once we're aware of how to heed criticism and we start writing, we have, I put journal pages in there for you to take notes and remember things of how we grew up and how we, in ways, were criticized and we didn't realize that. We grew up with that. Therefore, it's very important that we're very, very aware of those things. The next thing that I address is you are what you eat. And it's up to us, actually, to decide what we should eat. So it's up to you to design your own diet, not someone else. We buy all these, there's many diet books out there, which is great, and to give us ideas and things like that, but it's only a cookie cutter solution. We're all different human beings. We're not cookie cutter people. Therefore, we need to make sure that when we decide how we should eat and how much weight we should lose, it's up to us and we design our own plan. So in this book, I put every possible option for you to feel comfortable with, and you design practically your own plan, which you're going to adapt to. I cannot tell you, you shouldn't eat this, when this is what makes you go. See, but I can tell you how you could curb it. So it's okay, you can eat some of that, but then you can follow these other steps. And that's how the book is designed. It's just to make sure that you're aware, of things that can hurt you or things that can make you feel better and make you healthy.
Wow, I'm really looking forward to that, because one of the things I think is so important is to have useful information that actually empowers you instead of telling you all the things that you're doing wrong, and to give you some options, because there's so many all or nothings in the world, and I like the attitude that, it doesn't have to be only this way, that you can fit eating right into your daily life. And instead of it being a diet that you think about quitting, it's more of a lifestyle change so that you're eating healthy, high quality food so that you're able to function at your optimal level. So if somebody wants to work with you, Sarah, how can they get in touch?
Well, they can call me at 407-618-9518, or they can send me an email, and that is at S like Sarah, M like Michael, 0725 at AOL.com. I'm working right now on my website again. And you can find me in Facebook under my name, Sarah Matthaei, Matthaei.
Okay, so Sarah, and Sarah is Sarah.
Yes.
Okay, so that's really exciting. So Soul Changer, Sarah Matthaei, and she is an international best-selling author, certified public speaker, and transformational life coach. And just to let everyone know, Sarah not only writes books and helps people with their healthy eating and lifestyles, but you definitely want to reach out to her and ask her more about how she helps people, because she is very talented in many things. And like she says, she has created the Soul Changer, and she can work with you to really expand your life, not, way beyond just healthy eating. So before I let you go, Sarah, is there anything else that you'd like to share?
Well, I do practice Reiki and crystal healing, and that can be involved also in the program. But I just really want to concentrate on helping women become healthy and wealthy. Of course, there will be a book coming on the wealth part. But I just want to make sure, because I think that becoming healthy is the first step in your way to attaining every dream that you wish. If you're not healthy, if you don't have health, you cannot have anything. So it's very important. I think this is a message that has to be out there, so we realize that we not only need to take care of other people, but we need to take care of ourselves first.
Hear that, everyone? You need to be healthy first in order to become wealthy. And I think that you are absolutely right. Everyone, Sarah Matthaei, she is the international best-selling author of The Goddess Guide to Healthy Eating. Sarah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. Have a great day.
This is Tami Patzer. Go make it a beautiful day.
You've been listening to Women Innovators with Tami Patzer. To learn more, please go to womeninnovatorsradio.com. And please do subscribe and share to spread the big messages and big missions to change the world.